Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Elizabeth. It's good to have you. Today I'm going to be showing you how I embroidered this bookmark on my embroidery machine. I also have a video that's already up where I show you how I digitize this. I will link it up here at the top. If you would like to see how I do this, stay tuned. So before we stitch out, I'm just going to show you how I save this file onto my USB that I put into my Janome 550 embroidery machine. So we go here and click on this Embird editor icon. And we need to save it as a JF format. Well, I'm saving it as a JF format because that is the format of my machine. You pick whichever format that applies to your machine. Center in hoop. I do not want it centered in hoop. No. So I'm going to uncheck that, hit OK, and then what I normally do is I save it in two places. So I'm going to save this first of all on one of my flash drives. So I'm going to save it in here. So I'm saving it in here. We can see here save as type JEF. So I hit save. Yep. Do you want to replace it? Yes, I do. Right, so I have two windows opened here. Because I have two USBs plugged into my computer. This USB is the one I use in my Janome, and this USB here is the one that I've just saved the pencil design on, the bookmark pencil design on. So you can see here I've got several files just to make things more organized. So I saved it in this one, Embird Janome, so I'm just going to open that up. Right, and we can see it here, pencil bookmark JEF. So now I'm going to open the one for my Janome machine. I hope you're keeping up and it's not too confusing. Right, so here we also have several files, but it will be in the EMB that I need to open up, and then EMBF. That is where all the designs will be stored. So I need to transfer this one here, this pencil bookmark JEF. Yep, and we can see it already in there. So that's it. It's now in, and I need to now remember to eject. Always eject your USB so it doesn't become corrupted. And I will be leaving that one in. So that's how you transfer your designs onto your USB that you use into your machine. Now I'm going to take you to the machine. Okay, so I'm at the table for this project, for this bookmark. I'm going to be using 5 colors of thread. I'm going to be using this pale pink for the eraser or rubber. I will also be using this canary yellow for the finishing stitch, which binds the front of the faux leather and the back of the faux leather. I chose this one because you know, it goes nicely with the actual faux leather. Then I'm going to be using this bamboo colour for the wooden part of the pencil. I've got a black hair for the lead of the pencil and the actual stripes that go on the pencil. And I've got a grey hair for the metal part of the pencil. I've got 2 pieces of faux leather here, and this is quite nice faux leather. The back is nice and woven. So these are measuring, both measuring 6 centimeters by 20 centimeters, and I've got 2 of them, one for the front and one for the back. I'm using my 140 by 200 millimeter hoop, because that's what I designed it in Embird, and I've got some cutaway stabilizer here. So I'm just going to hoop this up very quickly and then take you to the machine. So my USB is now in, and I've called up the design on my machine. So if we press this flower right here, that will show us the steps. So this is telling me that the first step is going to be my placement stitch, and then if I click on this arrow here, that would be my next stitch, which is my eraser. Okay, so I like having it on this setup, so I know what's coming next, and I know what color to change as well. Okay, so we're going to begin our stitching out. I'm already hooped, so there we are, I'm hooped up, so let's begin. Okay, so I am now ready to stitch. So the first stitch is going to be the placement stitch. So that is my placement stitch. Now I can put my first layer, or my top layer of faux leather, making sure it is covered nicely, so we are good on that side. Yep, and we are also good on this side. Right, so we are good to go. So now we're going to stitch the eraser or rubber. Okay, so that is the end of the eraser. I'm just going to do a quick colour change. Always making sure you're pulling out your thread from the bottom and not the top. Okay, so that is our colour change done, and now we are going to stitch out the lines of the pencil. we've got a thread break, so I'm just going to fix that very quickly. I've just changed the thread. I don't think my machine likes my black thread very much because I can see a lot of fibres and it really chewed it up. So I just want to finish this part, but I'm going to go back a few stitches. Okay, that should do, and we'll continue. Okay, so we need to do another color change. Right, so that's our colour change done, and we're now going to do the eraser part of the project. I'm just going to get these black fibres off. My machine really didn't like that black thread, and I can see some kind of irregularities there. Okay, right. Right, another colour change. So we are now doing the wooden part of the pencil with that lovely bamboo colour. Okay, so now what I need to do is, let me just lock that a minute. I'm now going to tape because this is now going to do the final stitch. So I need to tape the faux leather on the back of this. And you can see here what I meant about the thread. Quite a few fibres there and some irregularities. It didn't like my black thread at all. All the other threads are fine, but the black thread, having issues with the black thread. So I'm now going to tape my back piece on. So it's just lint roll. I'm always lint rolling, guys. I'll just remove some of these kind of hanging bits of thread. Not that I need to, but I'm being a little bit extra. Okay, lint roll that off. Okay, so now all I need to do is place this final bit of faux leather on the back, making sure, hope you can see that, making sure that it covers all of the sides, and I think that is good. Okay, so now I'm just going to use some masking tape. Excuse me if my arm is in the way. So some there, a bit at the bottom. And just a little bit on the sides. And you don't want to press down when you're sticking your tape on, because it could move your stabilizer, and then you will then mess up your design. So just a bit of tape on there like that. I'm going to flip it over, and then I can press down on it. Press down on where I think the tape is, because we're now on a flat surface and it shouldn't move. Right, let's pop that back in for its final stitch. Okay, I think we're good to go. Good to go. And that is it, we are done. There she is, our bookmark. So now I'm going to take it to the table and cut round the yellow stitches that you can see there. Okay, so we are now back at the table. And I am now going to unhoop this cute little design. Okay, let's remove this tape from the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut this excess stabilizer off. Okay, move that to the side. Right, so now I'm going to start to cut into my faux leather, leaving about a millimetre, not a millimetre, but 2 to 3 millimeters around the actual outside of the stitch right there. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my scissors and snipping all the way to the end, and then moving my design into the scissors all the way to the end. Open it up again to the end, open up. So that just ensures you have a smoother and less jagged edge. Okay, and that is it done. So if you found this video useful or interesting, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet done so. And as always guys, don't have a good day, have an amazing day. Bye.